What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another edition of Action Sunday. And this week, I'm going to be looking at a Hellboy movie. Yeah, not Snake Hellboy movie. I'm going to be looking at the original 2004 Hellboy movie. Yeah, I was considering maybe reviewing the one that came out earlier this year, but then again, I heard so much hate about it. Not to mention, I didn't like how promising it came out. So maybe I'll look at that in maybe a future date, maybe more elaborate more on it. So maybe I don't know, but anyway, it's good to go back to the Del Toro stuff. Okay, see how this compares. Believe it or not, after I've seen this more times than not, and I still say, I think it still has its qualities. It still has its moments. I love everything about it. I love the visual effects. I love the makeup department, especially when they concerning the detail that they did when trying to bring the characters to life, especially Hellboy. Like, really good attention to detail. Like, my hat's off to the entire team. I really like that. I love the setting. Let's see, as for the cast, Ron Pearlman does a great job. Yeah, there's not much else I can tell about this movie. It's other than that, it's what you expect from a Del Toro movie. And of course, if you want to compare this to Pan's Labyrinth, but of course, Pan's Labyrinth is a totally different thing. That is a big masterpiece when it comes to groundbreaking and horror and sci-fi. No, not sci-fi, dark and fantasy stuff. So yeah, that's a totally different league from what he does here. But it still has that Del Toro, let's see, signature, like the way how he created and brought these demonic creatures to life, especially Hellboy himself. And yeah, not much else I can say there. Rest of the cast does a good job playing their roles. I forgot Jeffrey Tambor was in this movie because normally I've seen him in a much, different role. But here he's more like, an overall authority figure. But of course, again, he has his moments. Selma Blair, I think, does a good job playing a leading lady. Even though I feel like at times I think she could just put a little more into this character, like make her more likable and more enjoyable. Okay, and then of course, Doug Jones as Abe Sapien. My goodness, I have no idea how or what the hell they did to make him look like this. And of course, it's kind of scary, the fact that this guy's so sickly thin. The fact he just slips in this role and he just takes it in strides. Because I thought this guy was played by a different actor because of his voice. But I realized no, it's not who I think it was. I thought it was David Hyde Pierce from Seinfeld. I mean, not Seinfeld, from Frasier. But no, it's this guy Doug Jones, who I never heard of until I saw this movie. Then I'm like, oh, this guy does a pretty good job. He kicks so much ass. Not much I can say about that character. The story, if you have not seen it, I'll just give it in a nutshell. So somehow, after being conjured up back in World War II, and rescued from the Nazis, somehow he lives the rest of his life, fighting the side of good. And of course, and that leads to quite possibly like a war between good and evil, heaven and hell, like kind of thing. It's really crazy. And like the one-line, and that's another cool thing I forgot about this movie, was the funny content and one-liners that Hellboy can come up with. And like I really love the last act. It's like where everything comes together, and it really, really works. And it's real fun, entertaining, and definitely leaves the door open for the sequel. And of course, then again, there was a lot of like good moments, a lot of sad moments. This is like the little roller coaster emotion of a movie that you would get, especially when it comes to a movie based on a comic. Yes, a Dark Horse comic, believe it or not. And so pretty much good. It's still a classic superhero demonic being a movie, as I like to say. It's fun and entertaining. Like I said, there are moments of horror that make me just say, ooh, makes my skin crawl, especially when it comes to the creatures. I really love the creatures in this movie. That's what makes this over the top and really stands out as a Del Toro movie. All right, compared to let's say its sequel, that's a story for another day. I will say this was way better, and way better than the current one is. I'm just gonna say it right now, even though I have not seen the current one, but maybe I'll do a compare and contrast at future time and date. Who knows? All right. So if I had to give The first Hellboy, the original Hellboy, a score I'm gonna give the original Hellboy. I'm gonna give it an 8.5 out of 10. I was originally gonna score it a little lower, but after rewatching it and just appreciating it for what it's worth, it's still, I think, one of the better movies that of the Hellboy series, of the Hellboy franchise. But of course, if I want like throw in the animated movies, of course, I don't know. Now I'm probably gonna like open up another can of worms just to figure that out. But anyway, overall, good stuff. Enjoy this movie if you can. If you can find it, you can definitely probably find it at a discount bin. Or me, I just happened to get when it came out so long ago. So yeah, so that does for tonight. I don't know what you think. Thumbs this video, subscribe to my channel, stay tuned for some more awesome exciting videos.